everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here in today's numismatic news and information for the 22nd day of January 2021. Gonna jump over here to Coin Update. There's an article from a gentleman named Dennis Tucker. And who's Dennis Tucker, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you here. Dennis Tucker is a longtime coin collector. He serves the hobby community as a publisher at Whitman Publishing. That's this company right here. He's the publisher there, and is the numismatic specialist of the U.S. Treasury Department's Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee, the CCAC. He is a life member of the American Numismatic Association, a past governor of the Token and Metal Society, and Secretary Pro Tem of the Rittenhouse Society. So we're going to go ahead and go to the top here. Just for a heads up, silver, gold, they're flat this morning. Not much movement. This is from January 2021. It says here, for several generations, the Morgan silver dollar has ranked near the top of the list, if not sitting comfortably in the #1 spot as the most popular classic American coin. Hobbyists collect them by date and mint mark, by die variety, and sometimes even by the roll or bag. There are folders, albums, display cases, and other ways to store and show off the hefty old coins. Entire books have been written about them. Even people who don't consider themselves coin collectors are familiar with them, or at least vaguely aware of the Morgan dollar. It's part of our national shared culture. And it says that awareness is about to take a sharp upward turn this year. The first Morgan dollars, named for their designer, English-born artist George T. Morgan, who worked for the United States Mint in Philadelphia, were produced in 1878. From that point, they were minted annually through 1904. Every active mint facility was involved in their production: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, New Orleans, and Carson City mints. Every year, millions of the coins, and in some years, tens of millions, were added to the nation's reserves. It says here, after 1904, there was a hiatus in minting. Demand for the silver dollar was low, and the bullion supply was exhausted. In 1918, Congress passed the Pittman Act, which melted more than 270 million silver dollars sitting idle in Treasury storage. It says here, new silver dollars, coins were scheduled to be minted from this freshly replenished bullion supply. In 1921, the peace dollar was designed as a coin celebrating the end of the 1914 to 1918 Great War. Before minting began for the new coin, George Morgan's old designs were brought back for one final production, and a massive production it was. Nearly 87 million Morgan dollars were struck in 1921 at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. It says here, the Guidebook of the United States Coin described the fate of many of the Morgan dollars minted from 1878 to 1921. It's interesting. Although silver dollars were used in commerce in certain areas of the West, paper currency, by and large, served the needs of trade and exchange. So it says also, as these hundreds of millions of newly minted dollars were not needed, most were put up in 1,000 coin canvas bags and stored in treasury vaults. Into the vault and out again, it says. Morgan dollars started becoming popular with coin collectors in the 1950s. Then something remarkable happened. In 1962, as the holiday season approached, bags of silver dollars that had been sealed in the Philadelphia Mint since 1929 were brought out of storage. They would meet the year-end demand from people who liked to give the fancy old-time coins as Christmas gifts. Soon as it was discovered that the bags included brilliant, uncirculated 1903 New Orleans minted dollars, at the time considered to be the rarest of them all, worth $1,500 apiece. Wow, 1,000 coin bag. Imagine 6-7 of those in a bag. In the treasure hunt that followed, hundreds of thousands of coins of that particular date and mint mark were discovered in beautiful mint state. Previously, experts had estimated only a dozen or so had survived the Pittman Act melt of 1918. Incredible. That is just incredible. Also, through 1963 and up to March 1964, speculators and collectors lined up at the banks and the Treasury Building to get their hands on the bag of riches. Some people even came with wheelbarrows, traded paper currency for cold hard cash, and left with 1,000 coin canvas sacks to search through. Hundreds of millions of Morgan dollars were brought back into the light of day and into hobby collections. Then, when there were about 3 million coins remaining, many of them from the Carson City Mint, the Treasury put a stop to the payouts at face value. The last few million coins were auctioned off by the General Services Administration, the GSA. This flurry of activity, excitement, and competition cemented the popularity of the Morgan dollar. Instead of permanently oversaturating the market, the hundreds of millions of coins actually increased the number of active collectors, and values went up with that demand. It's incredible. And there's the picture of the Morgan dollar, and there's a reverse. It's beautiful. It says here in this next heading, the Morgan dollar today and tomorrow. Today, the 1921 Morgan dollar is the most commonly seen coin in the entire series. If Grandpa had a cigar box where he kept his old coins, and if that collection included a silver dollar, chances were good it's a Morgan, 1921 Morgan. For 100 years, collectors have known those 1921 Morgan dollars as the last of their breed. But that's about to change. For 2021, Congress has authorized the minting of new centennial dollars to celebrate the famous coin series and mark the 100th year of its previously final issue. Oh boy, this is amazing. And that's the reverse. It's beautiful. And it doesn't show any mint mark here, but there will be mint marks and privy marks with these. It says here the Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee convened by video conference on January 19, 2021 to review the designs for the new Morgan dollars. U.S. Mint Chief Engraver Joseph Mena and Ron Harrigal, the Mint's manager of design and engraving, discussed the process of creating the new coins. They will be an homage or rendition of the old silver dollars, crafted from a variety of mint assets and records to honor the original intent of the original artist as much as possible, as Mena said. Harrigal pointed out that the change from the historical 0.9 fineness to 0.99 fine silver caused a minuscule reduction in planchet volume, so they're a bit smaller. Modern technology will bring improvements over what was available a century ago. CCAC members reviewed computer-generated illustrations of the new designs and were pleased with the outcome. This is amazing. The coins are being minted under the 1921 Silver Dollar Coin Anniversary Act, signed into law by President Donald Trump on January 5, 2021. It requires the Department of the Treasury to mint and issue coins in honor of the 100th anniversary of the completion of coinage of the Morgan dollar and the 100th anniversary of the commencement of the coinage of the peace dollar. Wow. The legislation was the brainchild of two members of the CCAC, Chairman Thomas Uram and Michael Morton. Both are longtime numismatists and published researchers active in the hobby community. Several community members praised Uram and Morton during the January 19 meeting for their persistence and hard work in getting the congressional support for this legislation. The two numismatists in turn thanked Kentucky Congressman Andy Barr, whose faith in them and the project helped bring it from dream to reality. And it says here, collectors interested in the classic Morgan dollar can explore the coin series in any number of these books here. So I'm going to leave a link to this article. I'm also going to leave a link to the Whitman Publishing, because this red book is hugely important. Also went over to eBay to look at the sold listings for the 1921 Morgan dollar. I didn't put a mint mark or anything, but I put MS64. And the reason I've done this is because I want to let you know that you can probably buy one of these 1921 Morgan dollars in a mint state 64 for less money, and this is going to be graded, for less money than what you're going to be able to buy the new Morgan silver dollar for. I think it's really good to have these in your collection, the 2021 and the 1921 Morgan dollar. And this one I came across, this one here, if you look on your right-hand side of the screen, it says it is the 1921 Morgan dollar, last year of issue coin label. And it does remember the 100th anniversary. So that's really incredible. And they're not that expensive. 50, 51. And these labels, I think they're available to everybody. And they're right here. I'm going to leave a link to this to see which coins are available for that. I think the coins that I collect would only be maybe those three there. But it's cool that those are there and part of these. So it says Indian head cent, Lincoln wheat reverse, Lincoln memorial reverse, 1913, 1938, 16 dime. And then look at this, 1998 quarter and a 2009 quarter as part of this elite list. Go figure. Anyway, I'm going to leave a link to that. And then NGC is also celebrating this label, this 100th anniversary, with a special label, and it is only available to if you have a bulk submission. You're going to be able to pull these. So this is the Morgan to Peace Dollar 100th anniversary label that NGC is celebrating. So really cool stuff. I think that's all I got for you today, folks. I want to thank you all for watching, and thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you like what you hear and see, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker. Over and out.